The air in London was heavy with drizzle and gossip. Outside a marble-fronted hotel in Mayfair, photographers jostled for the perfect angle. Their lenses weren't focused on politicians or royals this time but on two of the most talked-about stars of the decade, Sam Heughan, the Scottish heartthrob whose portrayal of Jamie Fraser had catapulted him to international fame, and Caitriona Balfe, the Irish actress with a magnetic presence on and off screen. For years, fans had whispered about their chemistry. Magazine covers screamed, "Are they more than friends?" Blogs posted grainy photos of late-night dinners. But neither Sam nor Katrina had ever spoken directly about what lay behind their smiles, until now. Inside the hotel's grand ballroom, a hush fell over the gathered press. It was the launch of Sam's new memoir, Unscripted Passions, and the press expected the usual polite answers about filming schedules, charity work, and whiskey endorsements. What they got instead was something no one could have predicted. Sam stepped up to the podium. He looked tired but resolute, the kind of look an actor wears right before a difficult scene. He cleared his throat, adjusted the microphone, and said slowly, "I suppose it's time to tell you the truth. I never loved her." Cameras flashed. Reporters gasped. The name, Caitriona Balfe, hovered unspoken in the room like a thundercloud. This was the confession that would shatter the carefully crafted image the public had of the duo. The words hung in the air like smoke after an explosion. "I never loved her." Sam's voice echoed in the ballroom long after he stepped away from the microphone. The reporters, stunned for a split second, erupted into a storm of questions. Microphones thrust forward, camera shutters clattered like hail. "Sam, are you talking about Caitriona Balfe? Ideographic period, is this about your on-screen relationship?" "Are you saying everything was fake?" Sam raised a hand, but the murmurs didn't die down. He looked almost relieved, as if years of silence had been ripped open and some hidden weight had rolled off his shoulders. "I'm not here to hurt anyone," he said, his Scottish accent low and steady. "But the public deserves the truth. The rumors, the speculation, the stories, they were never real. Whatever you thought was between me and Katrina, it wasn't love." He walked off the stage without taking another question, leaving the press in chaos. Across town, Caitriona Balfe sat in a sleek Dublin hotel suite, scrolling through her phone. She had been preparing for a virtual Q&A with fans about her new independent film. When the first headlines flashed across her screen, Sam Heughan's shocking confession, her breath caught. For years she had endured the rumors, too. People whispered that their chemistry wasn't just acting. They'd been photographed at charity galas, red carpets, and cozy dinners. Each time she'd brushed it off with a graceful smile. But Sam had never publicly said anything like this. Her assistant peeked through the door. "Kat, are you seeing this?" She didn't look up. Her heart thudded as she read the words on the screen. "I never loved her." By the time the Q&A started, #Sam and Kat was trending worldwide. Fans were divided, some furious, others heartbroken, many confused. Was this betrayal, honesty, or just another publicity stunt? Meanwhile, entertainment networks replayed the clip of Sam's confession on a loop. Analysts speculated about contracts, NDAs, and PR disasters. In a panel on a popular talk show, one commentator said, "This could be the biggest celebrity scandal of the year. It's not just about love, it's about trust between stars and fans." Late that night, Sam sat alone in his hotel room, staring at his phone. Messages poured in, his agent, his publicist, even old friends from Scotland. He opened one from Katrina. It was just 5 words. "Why did you do this?" He put the phone down, unable to answer. The following morning, Dublin woke under a grey, misty sky. Katrina hadn't slept. Her phone buzzed constantly, journalists, co-stars, even her own family asking what was going on. She had turned off most notifications, but the noise of the outside world still seeped in through the glass of her suite. She walked back and forth near the window, clutching a mug of cold tea. The words Sam had said kept replaying in her head, not just as sound but as images. All the moments they'd shared on set, all the smiles they'd given to cameras. Had it all really meant nothing to him? Or was there more to his confession than the world was being told? Her manager arrived at 9 a.m. sharp, bringing a stack of printed headlines. "Kat," she said softly, "this is everywhere. Late-night shows, news tickers, gossip blogs. They're calling it the Heughan bomb." Katrina sank onto the sofa. "I don't even know what to say. It's like he burned down a house we both lived in." "Do you want to release a statement?" She hesitated. "If I do, I fuel it. If I don't, I look guilty. Either way the fans get hurt." Meanwhile in London, Sam sat with his publicist in a sterile conference room at a boutique PR firm. The blinds were drawn, the table cluttered with phones and laptops. "You dropped a nuclear bomb yesterday," the publicist said flatly. "Why? We've built years of branding on this partnership. Interviews, conventions, joint appearances. This confession, true or not, could cost you millions." Sam rubbed his eyes. It wasn't about money. It was about finally saying something honest. "People think they know me. They don't." "Then at least explain it properly. Right now you're a headline without context." He didn't answer. He thought of Katrina's text from the night before, "Why did you do this?" and of his own inability to reply. By midday, tabloids were publishing exclusive, insider stories, anonymous crew members speculating about secret fights, close friends, hinting at hidden truths. A viral thread on Twitter compared stills of Sam and Katrina from interviews over the years, pointing to every glance and every smile as evidence of some untold drama. In the midst of the chaos, Katrina made a decision. She called Sam. The phone rang 4 times before he picked up. "Kat." His voice was low, guarded. "What are you doing?" she asked. Her tone was calm but her knuckles were white around the phone. "You think you're telling the truth, but you're burning me alive out here. If you had something to say, you could have said it to me." Sam closed his eyes. "I didn't mean to hurt you." "You didn't mean to," she said. "Every headline has my name. Every clip shows my face. This isn't just your story." There was a long silence. The hum of the line filled the space where apologies should have been. Finally Sam whispered, "Meet me. Off record. No cameras. Tonight." Katrina hesitated, then exhaled. "Fine. Text me the place." She hung up before he could say anything else. Outside, the drizzle turned into a cold rain, and in the city below, billboards still glowed with their smiling faces from a show that now felt like a lifetime ago. Rain slicked the cobblestones outside a small wine bar tucked away in a quiet street of Dublin. The place had no sign, just a single lantern above a heavy wooden door. It was the kind of spot where high-profile people went when they didn't want to be seen. Katrina arrived first. A black hood covered her hair, and she wore no makeup. She sat at a corner table, her hands clasped around a glass of sparkling water. The dim light cast long shadows across her face. Minutes later, Sam slipped through the door. His jacket dripped rain onto the floor. When he spotted her, he paused, then approached cautiously, like a man crossing a frozen lake. "Thank you for coming," he said, sliding into the booth opposite her. "I almost didn't," Katrina replied. "You've turned my life into a headline." Sam stared at the tabletop. "I didn't plan for this. The press conference was supposed to be about my book. But when I looked out at all those cameras, I couldn't do the performance anymore." "Performance?" she said sharply. "You're talking about my reputation, my career, my marriage, everything." He winced. "I know, and I'm sorry, but this isn't just about you and me. It's about the illusion we built." Katrina leaned forward. "Then tell me, why now? Why in public?" Sam rubbed his forehead. "Because the rumors had become their own monster. Fans believed we were secretly together. Producers marketed us as a package. I kept waiting for it to calm down. It never did. I felt like I was living a lie." She sat back, arms crossed. "You could have ended it without humiliating me." "I didn't mean to humiliate you," he said quietly. "I wanted to draw a line. But I went too far." For a long time neither spoke. The sounds of clinking glasses and muffled jazz filled the silence. Finally Katrina said, "Do you know what it's like waking up and seeing your name in a million angry tweets? People think I deceived them. They think I trapped you." Sam met her eyes. "Do you hate me?" "Ideographic period, I don't even know who you are right now," she whispered. He reached into his jacket and pulled out a folded sheet of paper. "This was my original statement. The one my publicist approved. It said nothing about you. I went off script." She looked at the paper but didn't take it. "You always did like improvising." Sam gave a humorless laugh. "And now the studio is threatening to cancel our promotional tour. Fans are splitting into camps. My agent says I've destroyed my image." Katrina's voice softened slightly. "And yet here we are. Two people in a bar, trying to figure out how to clean up a mess neither of us wanted." Outside, thunder rolled across the city. In the glow of the lantern, the two actors looked like characters from one of their own dramas. Except this time there was no script, no director to call cut.